So let me hit you with one simple question. If Bitcoin days were really behind us, why is it trading above $90,000 as the year opened and Wall Street stepped back in? That's not weakness. That's pressure. Hey everyone, let's take a look at what's really going on in the Bitcoin markets right now. Bitcoin is now trading about $90,000, hovering around $9,500 as we head into the first full U.S. trading sessions of 2026. Asia pushed price higher overnight. Momentum follows through. And instead of getting rejected immediately, price is holding above the level that used to act like a ceiling. And that alone matters more than most people realize. Because on the surface, this still looks familiar. Same numbers, same arguments, same debates. But structurally, this is different. 90,000 is no longer something Bitcoin is knocking on from below. It's something price is now testing from above. And that subtle shift changes the entire conversation. Underneath the chart, the mechanics tells a much more interesting story. Because as Wall Street futures reopen, a brand new CME gaps appear beneath current price. And that single detail explains why. Even with Bitcoins above 90,000, traders are still talking about the possibilities of a dip. So let's slow this down. Bitcoin trades around the clock. Traditional market don't. When CME's futures close and Bitcoins continue moving, price often leaves behind a gap on the futures chart. And historically, over and over again, Bitcoin tends to revisit those gaps. Not because market is weak, not because something is broken, but because the markets like to resolve unfinished business. Now, when futures reopen, that gap becomes visible, and now it sits just below current price like a gravity zone. Close enough to matter, but not close enough to panic over. One trader summed it up well by saying, this could be a messy start of the year. And messy doesn't mean bearish. Messy means volatility. Messy means leverage getting tested. Messy means the market's figuring out who positions too aggressively and who actually belongs here. That brings us to the next key piece, liquidations. Data shows cluster of late long positions sitting just below current levels, especially in the high 80,000 range. That's matter because market move toward liquidity. When too many traders crowd into the same ideas at the same time, price often moves in the opposite direction first. Not to scare people, not to punish convictions, but to reset positioning. Over the past 24 hours alone, more than $200 million in crypto positions were liquidated across the market. And that happened while price was pushing higher, not collapsing. That's important. It tells you leverage is being flushed during strength. That's not what a topping market looks like. That's what a market tries to build a stable base looks like. This is where people usually get tripped up. They hear CME gap. They hear liquidation. They expect $90,000 to fail, even though price is holding above it. And emotionally, it feels like something must be wrong, but nothing is wrong. Bitcoin does this at every major level. It pauses, it tests, it frustrates. It shakes out weak positionings before it decides what comes next. This is exactly where short-term thinking collide with long-term reality. Short-term traders care about gaps, wicks, and liquidation. Long-term holders care about structure, supplies, and time. Both perspectives exist, but they lead to a very different decision. Now, while all of this is happening in Bitcoin, another asset quietly re-enters the conversation. Gold. Gold sold off into the end of the year, cooled down from its all-time highs and then bounced back as the new year's begin. And there's a reason that caught people's attention. Gold finished 2025 up more than 60%. Bitcoin finished the calendar year slightly down. That inversion is rare. And before anyone jumps into conclusions, context matters. Bitcoin's underperforming gold over a single calendar year does not mean Bitcoin is in a bear market. It does not mean the thesis failed. It does not mean adoption's reversed. Historically, periods where Bitcoins go quiet, where it chops, consolidates, and frustrates, often comes before major repricing. Not during hype, not during euphoria, but during boredom. This is the part of the cycle that doesn't get celebrated. It doesn't trend well on social media. It doesn't feel exciting, but it's where supplies gets absorbed. New Bitcoin's issuance keeps shrinking. Long-term holders continues to hold. Institutional access keeps expanding quietly, and leverage get flushed again and again. Meanwhile, the market demands instant gratification. When it doesn't get it, sentiment cools. That disconnected between what's happening underneath and what price that stays today is where opportunity usually forms. Some analysts describe this phase as the calm before the storm, not in a hype way, but in a historical way. Bitcoin doesn't need fireworks every week to stay healthy. Sometimes it needs time. Sometimes it needs frustration. Sometimes it needs people to lose interest. Let me say this clearly, right in the middle where it belongs. I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. This is about understanding behavior. And if you're watching every candle, every tweet, every headline, a potential dip feels scary. If you are thinking in years, it's just noise. And I want to speak directly to new investors for a moment. A price briefly dips to fill a CME's gap. That does not mean you fail. It does not mean you're late. It does not mean Bitcoin is broken. It means the market is behaving normally. Now, zoom out and ask better question. Is Bitcoin becoming less scarce? Is global demand shrinking? Is the network weakening? Or is price simply working through structure at a major level, about 90,000? Now, as we move through this week, watch price behaves around that gap. Watch how leverage reset. Watch how volatility plays out. Not with fear, with awareness. Because the people who do well in this space aren't the ones who predicts every move perfectly. They are the ones who don't panic during normal volatility. They are the ones who understand that consolidation near highs is not weakness, it's preparation. So whether Bitcoin continues to hold about 90,000 and builds from here, or briefly dips to clean up unfinished business, the bigger picture doesn't change. The market is active, the structures is intact, and 2026 is just getting started. Now, if you got value from this breakdown, make sure you like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know in the comments what you're watching more closely, the gap or the whole about 90,000. And as always, my friend, don't forget to hold it tight and stack it right. Take care.